As many of you know, this week we lost one of our own to suicide, one who is very close to me, one who I have not served with but prayed with, suffered with, struggled with. And I kept asking myself, what does God want me to learn from this? And I think it's this. After mourning this week, it's time to get back up on the horse. This 5-part series is based on the military op order, the 5-paragraph op order. And it forces us to focus on things that are important in order to achieve success. It's easy to lose focus, if not for just a second, and the cost can be too dear to bear. And if this has shown me anything, that even the mightiest among us can fall, then maybe we need to take it back to the basics. The hardest battle to endure is the one you don't know you're in. Next mission team now. Hey, what's shaking, Warfighter Nation? Ron here with Warfighter Ranch and Isaiah 6.8, and today we're beginning a 5-part series based off of the 5-paragraph op order. It's going to be interesting. So today, of course, we begin with the first paragraph, situation. We have an enemy who is both seen and unseen, with unlimited resources, tactical experience from every conflict since the Garden of Eden, commands a sizable force that is equal to 1/3 of God's army, and has picked up a target of opportunity: you. He will try, through deception and distraction in every conceivable form, in keeping you from receiving the intel contained herein. Do not take anything for granted. In this frago from Matthew chapter 24, we learn, and you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not alarmed, for this must take place, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are but the beginning of birth pains. Then they will deliver you up to tribulation and put you to death, and you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. We have actionable intelligence based upon the highest authority possible that you become a target of opportunity for this tough and determined enemy. Ever so cunning, he will use unlimited others as his proxies, manipulating your own habits, patterns, situations, and even those closest to you. Pride definitely came before the fall. This enemy has seen the face of God, yet his extreme jealousy over you is precisely why he hates you so much. You still have a chance, whereas his fate is fixed. His rendezvous with destiny is a meeting with God's incalculable wrath for his sins against God's most beloved creation of all, you. As for now, just remember, the person in front of you that appears as your enemy is not your enemy at all. What you're seeing is dark spiritual camouflage, trying some level of psychological operation spiritually against not only us, but the one standing before you as well. It will become increasingly more important year after year to remind yourself of the words of Paul and assume a spiritual full kit posture by suiting up. Ephesians chapter 6 tells us, put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand against the schemes of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over the present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. Translation: you can't fight a supernatural enemy without a supernatural ally. Stay tuned As in the second part of our spiritual op order series, we face the mission before us. I'm not talking about your career or a vocation of any sort. Our mission, should we choose to accept it, is outlined in detail for us. We're going to dig into this. It's time to prepare for battle. So that's part one of our spiritual op-ord series. You've got your spiritual chow. Pass it on to the next troop, next mission. Time now.